Smith, Padham, one down by Padham. Porter's in there. Gee, he's been good today. Wade Porter. Bazaglo will get there first. He's got a little bit of time. Swings onto that left foot. Bends it around. Kicks long to centre half forward. And a good saving mark by, this is Cook. Lee Cook. Half back. Well, they turn it over. Giannopoulos. Long into the square. No mark taken. In fact, another free kick.
Yeah. And the Western player going butcher's hook down there, Steve.
Well, they owe us a few, Bob.
You certainly do. And this is Oakley again. Kick to 2. Can he make it 3?
He's been impressive, Lachlan Oakley. Of course, didn't start the season with Mitcham, but his name's been bobbing up regularly the last couple of weeks.
Certainly
pretty
has.
Good player for them. And, well, he's kicked, he's batting 50-50 from this position. Need this goal east. Oakley comes in and he bangs it through. Kicks his third, kicks the easts. What are we up to now, Bob?
9. Oh, sorry. No, 7.
7-8 to 12-8. It's a little bit of work, but not insurmountable, Bob. And 24 minutes traversed.
Well, it could be that Eastern are going to win the quarter, and there's only 30 points of difference. And Steve, do I detect in the last 3 or 4 minutes that Eastern might be finishing slightly the stronger? Or is it my imagination? I'm not too sure. Western to go forward into 50 there. Punched ahead of him there was by Cruz, but the ball's close to the boundary line. Umpire finally whistles. And it will be a throw-in on the scoreboard side.
Well, on pure nous and ability, you'd have to say the West are in front, so let's just hope that our boys are a little bit fitter because they have the job in front of them.
I noticed a couple of 3 passages of play there in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Just gave me that inkling. Okay, pretty untidy in there. On his hands and knees is Giannopoulos for Eastern. Smith tried to get it further forward, couldn't do so. All player there ducked his head was Kylie. All locked up. Umpire looking closely and blows the whistle. Be a ball up, 25 minutes in.
Not surprised to see Ashley Borg with the blinkers on. Kylie clearly held and no free kick.
That's true.
And Borg was in control, so I'm not surprised.
Okay, umpire Borg to bounce it right in front of the scoreboard. 25.5 minutes in, so that's 5.5 minutes of time on. Who can do anything here? Giannopoulos rolls over his opponent, all locked up again.
In fact, if I was a psyche here, Bob, I'm saying I've got a feeling that there's going to be a free kick picked out. It's going to go the way of the West. Just got a feeling.
I think it'll be about 25 to 1 on. Ball up again. Push forward. West do go ahead. Whoa, a clash there. Ahmed Talib. Gee. Okay, Adams has got it for Eastern. He decides to go in the pocket there to Hardy. Hardly been sighted all day, Hardy. Trying hard is Gaunt, couldn't quite pick it up. Ball close to the boundary line. Players held, umpire watching closely, and finally a whistle.
Well, we've been harping on about the umpires, Bob, but it has to be said that West have just wanted it more. They've worked harder. I think they've gone harder overall, and they richly deserve their lead at three-quarter time.
Agree with those comments, and the score at three-quarter time is 12-8-80 for Western Region Football League, 7-8-50 Eastern Football League, 30 points in the ball game at three-quarter time. Yeah. Almost ready to start the last quarter here at the Clayton Reserve with Western Region leading 12 goals 880 to Eastern Football League 7-8-50.
I don't think they can do it, Bob. The East need to double their score.
30 points, Steve. It's a big ask, but let's see how they go.
Smith and Padham. In fact, it's not Padham. This occasion it's Price. Smith, one out of the centre. And, well, good mark there to Franken. Some ironical cheers there. But at least Damien's fronted up for this one. Unlike some of the other glamour forwards in the competition. But he is a beautiful shot for goal, and I'll back him. Franken comes in and bangs through.
Good start.
Bangs through a goal to East, and a lot of emotion being shown from the East boys. Something that's been sadly lacking today. Let's hope they can get back into it.
1 minute into the last quarter here. Eastern with a goal on the board takes them to 8-8. Still trailing Western 12-8.
Need to string a couple here together. One down there by Price. to the running McFerrin, who's been good today. Swings onto that damaging left foot of his, swings, sets sail for goal, and good mark taken just before the goal line. Looks like Cameron Wright. And well, this is just what the East don't need.
He's kicked 4, Steve.
It's been dangerous all day.
Todd Power just giving him a little bit of advice there.
You'd wonder how we'd go on a Lucas Slater, though. Not well, I'd suggest.
I'd suggest you're right.
But Wright in the forward pocket comes in and puts through a goal. The West answer straight away. Oh, it's behind.
One behind.
Well, I was watching some of the reactions of the Western players there, Bob, and I should have learnt my lesson because I've been doing it for years. You never go with the players because they try and suck the goal umpire in. Short to Kylie. Kylie has had a fantastic season with Mitchum, runs around one, can have a bounce now. Swings onto the right, goes long, this time to the wing, looking for Grayling. Once again, can't hold his mark. Donnelly arrives and over the line and out of bounds. Boundary thrown centre half forward, or half forward I should say. 8-8-56, 13-8-86. We've played a couple of minutes in this first quarter. Throw in. Big thump over the top there. Adams arrives. Gets it into the path of Giannopoulos, who picks up, throws it on the boot, and bangs through another goal for the East. Here they come, Bob.
3 minutes into the last quarter here at the Clayton Reserve, and we will correct the score, but that's showing 13-8-86. That's incorrect. It is 12-9-81 to Western, to 9-8-62 to Eastern.
Free kick to Goodale.
Goodale.
And what a fantastic pickup for the East Burwood Footy Club, Bob. He has been fantastic today, and he looks to be hitting his straps.
Goodale goes forward, but it was a 1-on-2 situation. Oakley was the player that missed out for Eastern on that occasion, and the ball forced wide in front of the scoreboard.
An amendment being made to that scoreboard, Bob, so it's good to see they're on the ball.
Oh, they might be listening to us, Steve.
I don't think so, Bob. This is the television game.
Okay, oh, big grab out of the ruck there by Power. Couldn't take it any further than that there. Barker, I think it was, for Eastern, for Western, goes forward. And the ball belts against that Thompson and Son sign over there for a throw-in. Centre wing outer side. We're 4 minutes into this last quarter. Score amended 12-9-81 Western, 9-8-62 Eastern. Ball forced forward. Power again. Big effort there by Skinner. Couldn't bring the ball down, however, for Western, and the umpire, which is umpire Jason Kennedy.
It'll be interesting to see how the Western region react, Bob, because now I think for the first time in the match they've been put under a bit of pressure.
Well, that's what I mentioned to you just at the end of that third quarter. I thought there were signs perhaps that Eastern might be coming back a little bit stronger. Adams pulled down there by McFerrin on that occasion, but umpire Jason Kennedy to bounce once again. Into the scoring zone here, right in front of our commentary position. 5 minutes into the last quarter. Big punch away there by Grayling. Eastern go forward. Wide. And just the one behind. That certainly brought the crowd to its feet.
Finally, the Eastern fans get to make a bit of noise, Bob, because they've got
plenty of voice. They haven't used much today.
They've had much to cheer about.
Been really no reason to get too excited. Chackley to bring the ball back in for Western. He decides to go long, right in front of our commentary position here. There is a magnificent mark to Wayne Porter. Well. Excellent mark, strong lad. Decides to go long, wide of the centre half forward position. Absolutely found Oakley. Good lead on that occasion. Oakley would be fairly quickly getting up to Eastern's best 2 or 3 on the ground, I would suggest. Already kicked 3.
Well, there's now a supply line, I suppose, from the middle of the ground's been established, Bob, and the forwards who have been starved are suddenly getting some opportunities. And you're right, he has been super impressive. Lachlan Oakley going for his 4th
goal.
Let's hopefully hope he can be true of boot.
Well, Eastern Football League and certainly the Mitcham Football Club was something to smile about with Lachlan Oakley. In he comes. Let's one rip on this occasion. Umpire looking close. That's a goal.
they come the East.
7 minutes into the last quarter here at Clayton Reserve, and Eastern are mounting one challenge against Western. It is now 10-9, trailing Western 12-9.
So they're suddenly starting to work it out of the middle. That's where the Wests are going to have to tighten up. And suddenly, 12 points the margin, Bob. And, well, I'm going to give you a gold star and pin a medal to your chest because you tipped this at the end of the third. I was a bit sceptical, but you've made a believer out of me. Just 7 minutes in.
Sounds like a guy called Williamson.
Certainly does. Smith, who's been a colossus in the ruck. Ball's loose. See a lot of players around the ball now. Clever little soccer along the ground by Crowley. Here come the East again. They kick it into the forward zone. A player claim there. Oh, it's hot in there, and the umpire's seen a bit of holding. Free kick. Go to the fullback, Chalkley. Chalkley goes to the wing, big pack of players. At the back there is Hardy, on hands and knees, sees it over the line and out of bounds. We'll have a boundary thrown.
Well, a transformation in the game, Steve. 8 minutes into the quarter, 30 points the difference in three-quarter time, and now 12.
So still time for the East if they're good enough. Porter, who's been electrifying, grabs it out of the ruck. And he's claimed straight away, and we'll have a bounce down quite close to the point of the square. The West slightly into attack. And well, some of those Eastern players who weren't prominent suddenly starting to get some touches. Rick Smith has been fantastic in the ruck. Wins it with a little backhand. Wrapped up straight away is Ikon, and the umpire crosses himself, and we'll do it all again. Bounce down on the point of the square, but it's just 12 points the margin.
Smart work by Rick Smith in that bounce up there, Steve, to whack it over the back. He had no hope of whacking it forward with the player coming over his shoulder.
He's a colossus, Rick Smith. Crowley's there. Gee, just rips it out of a Western player's arms. He's wrapped up. And, well, just a struggle to work it away from this position. No quarter asked for or given. A real arm wrestle, and, well, the East can certainly win if they get the next one, and the West, they're looking to get that steadier.
Well, look, it could come down to who gets the next goal or two.
Free kick to the East.
It is too, and it looks as though it's Islami, is it, over there?
Yes, no, it's Islami, you're right.
Islami. Okay, he goes long, centre wing, outer side. No mark, ball at the front of the pack. Players jump on it from every angle. And umpire Kennedy to come in and give us a ball up. Coming up to the 10-minute mark in the quarter. 10-9, 69, Eastern trailing. Western 12-9, 81. Big punch out there by Price. Ball goes forward, close to the boundary line. Chipping in there is Goodwin.
In the back, free kick.
Free kick, and it's going to go to Power. No, it's not going to go to Power. Eastern now decide to switch. Gets across here to Smith. Smith, he's got to keep going. Does now, right down to the centre half forward position, off the top of the hands. In underneath there is Giannopoulos. Can he grab it and turn it? No, he can't. Whoa! At the back of the pack, Giannopoulos a bit stiff not to get it free. Spinning around with there is Don.
Well, how must the West be feeling, Bob? They've done all the hard work, and now they hold a slender 6-point lead.
6-point lead, and just for our viewers out there, let's give them an update. 24 points the difference at quarter time. Western in front. 11 points the difference at half time. Western in front again. It was 30 points at three-quarter time. Western in front again. Now it's 6 points the difference, and we're at the 11-minute mark. Ball up again. In underneath there is Goodale. And umpire Kennedy to bounce it. No, he's going to throw it up. Must be getting a bit puggy, I think is the term there in the centre. Right now.